All right, good afternoon, Pittsburgh Penguins elite fans. Thanks for joining us for game number 2 on the day and game number 3 of the Chicago road trip here as we are coming live from the Arctic Ice Arena in Orchard Park, Illinois, as it's game 2 between the Pens elite and the Chicago Fury. We're at the 1 minute clock countdown, or the countdown on the scoreboard here. We'll start, looks like just a few minutes before 2:10. Scheduled puck drop was for 2:10 earlier today. The Pens fell to this same Chicago Fury team by a score of 6-5. Pens mounted a comeback multiple times. They were able to get the score even at 3 after falling behind within the first minute and a half of play. They were down 2-0. Were able to fight back, tie the score at 3 before the Fury go up 5-3. Pens then had a load of adversity, killing off a 5-on-3 penalty for 2 minutes. We're able to work it back 5-4 before the Fury hopped out in front 6-4. Connor Wilson got the HT to bring it to a score of 6-5, and that's where things ended. Pens not able to pull even once again with the Fury, and they dropped their first game on the 25-26 campaign. And that's where things stand right now. Pens with a record right now of 9 wins and 1 loss. Looking to add win number 10 on the season. Game time and puck drop coming up next. All right, 15 minutes on the first period clock here. Starting today at forward, it's center number 8, Connor Wilson, who will be flanked by right winger number 19, Bingham Green. On the left side, number 4, Mason Fritchie. And manning things up on the blue line on the back end, number 9, Brady Fritchie. And on the left side, TJ Nanavisa. And the man between the pipes held the Pens in a game last evening to allow them to get the win is number 29, Max Dragicic, sporting the 29 on the same day that the Flower returns to the ice at PPG Paints Arena. Hopefully a good omen for Max Dragicic this afternoon, starting goaltender. We're underway here from the Arctic Ice Arena as Bingham Green fights into the offensive zone. 29 Scanlon pressured by Connor Wilson, but brought back at the top of the circle by the Chicago Fury before Brady Fritchie sends things right back into the neutral zone. 84 collects, turns the puck over to CJ Nanavisa. He's got a man up ahead, tries to hit him. It's Connor Wilson. Wilson has it on his backhand, moves it to his forehand. Mason Fritchie walks in, unable to get a clean shot away as the puck was in the crease. It's going to be a breakout here for 93. He's got some speed. He gets around Papuano. Davis comes over to pinch down on that man, 93, who loses the stick. Pens now have an instant breakout. They're coming out 5 men strong, 5-on-4. Try to hit Connor Wilson with a pass here. No, Walsh is going to lead the rush. Walsh is going to walk down. He stops up high in the zone now. As the puck stripped off of him, he battles along the wall, moves it to Nico Stark. Stark with a strong game this morning. Stark will throw it back to the point man. That's Ambrose Papuano. Ambrose snaps it into his goal just wide of the net. 21 O'Neill is going to work it around Papuano. Welch is in a foot race here with O'Neill. It's going to go behind the net to 22. Try to work it out in front where Davis, someone able to clear it, throws it at the point man, goes off the stick of Papuano right to 21. O'Neill puts it into the back of the net. And it's a 1-0 game. Similar start to this morning's game. 13:38 to go. As O'Neal was wide open there to collect that rebound and put it in behind netminder number 29, Max Dragicic. Brooks Jaworski, he's pulled down. Run into by 91. Now going into the boards is Riker Ferguson. He regains his footing. As digging on the wall is Blake Parrish and Riker Ferguson. 13:18 to go in the first period. Comes up to the half wall now. Here in the near corner, puck battle ensues. Coming over to help out is Brooks Jaworski. As 91 LaFrance, the defenseman, is going to join the rush. Gresham LaFrance forward here this afternoon. As O'Neal tried to work it around one man, it goes off the body of Brooksy Jaworski. LaFrance right back in on the attack. The problem was, so was number 22 in ahead of the play. Neutral zone face-off coming up. 12:47 to go in the first period. Pens down 1-0 early in today's game number 2 between the Furies and the Pens Elite. Connor Wilson steps in for the draw. He's going to take this against 96 for the Fury. Wins it back to Fritchie. Fritchie moves it to Welch now. Welch tries to hit Bingham Green. Does find Bingham Green. Bingham Green comes in 1-on-2. He's got a trailer. It's Mason Fritchie. Fritchie goes right back behind the net. With this puck, he collides with a defender for the Fury. Mason Fritchie wins this puck battle. He's got his brother Brady, goes to him, top of the circle. Brady Fritchie snaps it in on net. Still loose, covered up with the glove at the last second there. That's a good shift there from the Pens Elite. $12:26 to go in the first period. Now Connor Wilson is going to lead the same group of 5. Clean win back to Brady Fritchie. He's going to walk in, tries to hit in the slot. His brother Mason rolls off of his stick as Fury going to retreat behind the net. 16's now going to come out of the zone. As he's good back check there by Connor Wilson. Noah Welch now has it. He's going to try and headman it up ahead to Mason Fritchie. That's picked off by 47. Long shot taken. It's going to be gloved down by Dragicic. Get a whistle here. Face off coming up to the right side of netminder number 29, Max Dragicic. Pens change up all 5 players on the ice. On to take the draw is number 74, Easton Borman, flanked by Nico Stark and Colt Davis. Papuano comes over from his tee position to play this puck, and he swings it around to Nico Stark. Stark stops up, has it on his back end. He's muscled into by a couple members of the Fury. Nico Stark's strong play there to try and move it along. Point man holds it in, 73. He walks in, top of the circles, rocket over the net though. 84 hustles over to keep in the zone, unable to do so. He's going to face some pressure here by Colt Davis. Colt Davis walks away with this puck. He's coming in 1-on-1, tries a drag curl move around the defender. 53 able to separate Colt from the puck. Back in on the attack is 84 in the Fury. Papuano comes over to play this puck on the far wall. He chips it ahead against one man, 2 men. Headmans it up to Nico Stark, who LaFrance is able to pinch in, keep this in. Temporarily, though, as LaFrance moves it back to his D partner, number 44. LaFrance is back on a D as Brady Fritchie picks it up, headmans it. Unable to corral that puck was Colt Davis. So it comes back to the point man, 91. On to help out is Easton Borman. He's digging. It's in the skates of Borman right now. Picking that out is Brady Fritchie. Tried to hit Grant Loya with it. Goes through Loya. Stark back to Loya now. Loya skates and skates. He's looking for space. Tries to hit Easton Borman with a headman pass. Evades him. It's back on the attack is 21 O'Neal. Back checked by Borman. O'Neal stops up, has it at the face-off dot. He plays catch with 98. O'Neal still has time and space, goes back to the point man. O'Neal takes it off his backhand, works it around Nenavisa. It's high in the slot, 22 snaps it. It's still loose. And it's put into the back of the net on the rebound. As O'Neal showed some patience and worked it around. And it's put into the back of the net with 10:04 to go. Pens get caught in the defensive zone there. And just like game number one, 2 early goals, 10:04 to go now in the first period. Riker Ferguson in at center now with Blake Paris and Brooks Gaworski. Paris is going to barrel into the offensive zone, leaves it for Riker Ferguson. Sneaky little backhand in on the netminder, no rebound though. As Brooks Gaworski tries to get into the grill of the netminder there to shake things up with 9:54 now to go. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the netminder. Doesn't have any numbers on his sleeve, so I'm not sure what number is on his back. Noah Welch now is going to have to hustle over to get to this puck. He's going to work it, and he'll throw it over at his D partner, Ambrose Papuano. Papuano headmans it up to Blake Paris. Unable to control that puck, though, as Papuano, smooth skating, tight turns it up here on the near wall. Skates into the offensive zone, leaves it for Brooks Gaworski. Papuano tries to float it over to Welch. Welch is going to take this puck, throws it in on net, tried to hit Gaworski with it. As it settles down now at the top of the circles, where LaFrance is going to try to get around Connor Wilson, has body position on him, and it's Mason Fritchie. As the puck rolls to Grant Loya now. He's going to come in. He's coming in 1-on-2. He bounces it outside to his backhand. He stops up, curls, looks for a trailer as he's forced to the wall. Grant Loya is now forced to the ice. Digging for this puck is Bingham Green on the half wall. Connor Wilson comes out of there, goes right back to Loya at the point. Loya is going to snap in a shot. Fritchie tries to deflect it, stops up his equipment though, comes back to the point man. Grant Loya works it down to the half wall. Connor Wilson separated by the puck by 91. 91 throws it off the stick of Grant Loya. Loya goes back to retrieve it. Goes to his deep partner to reverse the ice to Nenevisa. Nenevisa is going to send it up through the neutral zone. Mason Fritchie has a step behind the defender. 93 recovers that puck though. As Bingham Green loses this puck on the far wall, and the Fury going to try and skate this out of danger. 47 is going to throw it up to 93. He's going to try Brady Fritchie. And Connor Wilson knocks it back to center red, where 47 for the Fury, the defenseman, left-hander, moves it to his right-handed partner, number 97, who's going to try and skate into the offensive zone. Content to send this in deep, where Noah Welch is going to allow Brady Fritchie to pick up this puck. Fritchie knocks it off the half wall. Now comes to the stick blade of Connor Wilson. Welch is over to hustle to get to this puck. Welch is looking for an option. He loses it in his skates. He's going to backhand it up to Mason Fritchie. Fritchie up to Bingham Green. Pens forwards are going to change. Connor Wilson stays on at center. 93 back on the attack as they come in. Good back check there by Connor Wilson. Now separated by number 9, Brady Fritchie. He reverses it to himself. He's going to leave it for Noah Welch. Welch is going to swing to take this on his forehand. Headman pass up to Nico Stark. Stark up to Colt Davis. It's going to be packed up by the Fury. Send it right back into the Pens D zone. Problem is they were behind center red, so we'll go all the way back down in the Pens offensive zone. 7:16 to go in the first period after 2 early Fury goals. Both off the stick blade of O'Neill, number 21 for the Fury. Stepping in at center now, number 74, Easton Borman, flanked by Davis and Stark. Backside, Loya and number 37, Ambrose Papuano. Battle ensues at the top of the Pens offensive zone. 21's going to skate out. Picks up some speed as he is angled into the boards by Easton Borman, who has his skates taken out from him. 98 tries to work it around Loya. He's going to try to get a shot away. Glove down as Max Dragicic took a little slash there from number 21, O'Neill. Faceoff's going to be a clean win back to 84. It goes off the back shoulder of Grant Loya. Back to center. It's brought by Cole Davis, thrown right back into the Pens D zone by 84 Kapovich. Papuano falls down there, creating a scoring chance for the Fury. Max Dragicic had to be strong, makes 3 or 4 saves in that sequence. As coming out on the attack 1-on-5 is Nico Stark. He's going to try and work it around. He's going to body into Kapovich as the Pens are able to make a change behind the play. Fresh troops on to support Nico. It now hits the deck. Here on the near wall, Gaworski and Brady Fritchie battle for it as 22's in a foot race with Fritchie. Fritchie wins this foot race, able to get to that puck cleanly. He's got a man streaking up ahead, tried to hit Blake Paris, who was ahead of the play. Just deflected off of a helmet. So Fritchie moves it to his D partner, CJ Nenavisa. He loses the puck as 91 LaFrance works it back to Nenavisa. Nenavisa dumps it right back into the neutral zone. 44, they go D to D. Over to the offside winger, that's 5. Throws it back into the Pens D zone. Pens back to work for this puck again. Noah Welch now has it on the near wall. He throws it up to his centerman. That is Riker Ferguson. He comes through with a head of steam. Hits a streaking Brooksy Gaworski. He stops up, delays, high in the zone now. As Blake Paris is pulled down, the Pens are going to have their first power play of the game as Willie has it behind the net. He's got a man coming off the bench. It's Brady Fritchie. Wilson still has this puck. He's looking for an option. Delayed penalty coming up. Wilson surveys the scene. He delays. He's going to come high in the zone. He tries a curl move. He's got a man at the point. He's got somebody coming off the bench. That is Easton Borman. 6-on-5 right now as Noah Welch is going to come over to get to this puck. And Pens are going to have their first power play of the game with 4:51 of the first period. Blake Paris hauled down. Pens put some pressure on there with the delayed penalty call. But the turkey is on the table to get back into this game number 2 between the Fury and the Pens as Connor Wilson stays on to take this face-off. Going to float out high in the slot. Ambrose Papuanu shoots it just wide of the net, deflects off the equipment of Mason Fritchie. It's going to come back to Welch now, high in the zone. He's going to send it right back down to Connor Wilson. They play catch. Got some good puck movement there, back and forth. Unable to keep this in the zone, though, as Bingham Green was looking for somebody high in the slot. As it comes to Noah Welch, Welch is going to send this right back to Ambrose Papuanu. Turnover here. Dangerous play there. As Connor Wilson is going to come in. He's coming in 2-on-3. He dances around a couple of guys. Connor Wilson goes into the glove of the netminder, the unnumbered netminder there for the Fury. So 49 seconds remain on the Penguins power play. Fury able to win back this draw, but it comes to the stick of Easton Borman. Too hot for him to handle. Fury are content to throw this all the way down the ice. And that should be an icing call. No icing. As O'Neill. He's going to lose this puck up behind the net. Easton Borman throws it up ahead to Nico Stark. Nico Stark keeps it now. He comes in, 9 to go on the penalty. Snuck in. Cole Davis finds the rebound. Cole Davis puts it in for the PPG. For PPE. Cole Davis, number 11, tucks it home with 3:26 to go in the period. 7 seconds to go on that power play. And Borman and Stark and Davis combine for the power play goal for Pens Elite. Pens are going to change up the personnel grouping, as this is going to be an icing call. They're going to say that was deflected. Must be some ghost out there on the ice deflecting that, as nobody was within a quarter mile. Now it's going to turn into an opportunity as 27 is going to come over. Welch is going to come play that puck. He has somebody on his backside, as 21's going to work it out, where Brooks Gaworski is going to run into a man. And they throw it back in once again. Brady Fritchie picks it up. He gets the wheels going. Unable to corral that puck was 45 Brooks Gaworski. As 18 is going to try Welch. He's going to try and work around him. Welch bodies into him. 98. He works it out as the shot goes wide of the net. Over to play this puck now is Brady Fritchie. On to help out is 93. Riker Ferguson comes to the point man. 91 sets up at the top of the circle. He has it knocked off of his stick. Brooks Gaworski now tries to move this along. Welch is going to pick this up behind the net. Welch is going to move this along to Blake Paris. Blake Paris is going to send this back to center red, where 91 is going to work it right back in. Penn's unable to get a change. As behind the net. Now it's picked up by Noah Welch. Welch moves it up to Blake Paris. Paris moves it ahead to Gaworski, but right back to center red. Penn's able to change one of their wingers. Got some tired bodies on with 1:42 now to go. All this started without the lack of the icing call. This entire sequence. As 21 now comes over. He's pinned to the wall by Welch. On to help out is Riker Ferguson. Penn's trying to freeze the puck. As it's dug out by 21. Still loose as it's shot wide of the net. A lot of tired bodies right now on this. It's on top of the net. This entire sequence of about a minute and a half was started with a lack of an icing call. The shot was probably from the face-off dot, which was ruled as a tip. As I don't know. From my eyes, I might have missed something, but didn't see anybody around. All right, so D-zone draw. Connor Wilson steps in to take this. 1:13 to go in the first period. Ambrose Papuano picks up the puck now behind the net. He reverses for Grant Loya. And it's worked up ahead now by Connor Wilson. Back checked here by 96 as he's going to be forced into the wall. Body contact check coming up. As 96 was beat by the speed of Connor Wilson, throws him to the wall. Power play coming up. .7 to go in the first period. Turkey back on the table for the boys in black and gold. On to take this draw, number 8, Connor Wilson, flanked by Mason Fritchie, Bingham Green on the backside, Grant Loya, and Ambrose Papuano. It's going to be one cleanly over. This should be another icing call. They're going to say that no. They're going to wave this icing call off as well. As O'Neill digs this out in front. Dragosic strong saves there. Had to be alert. 29 to go in the first period. As Loya now. Loya trips over. As one of the officials perhaps missed the call there, but that's going to be it for the first period. And that's going to be where things end after period number 1. Zeros on the clock, 2-1 on the scoreboard. Thanks for joining us here on Penn's Elite TV, Cine TV. We'll be back for period number 2 in a moment. Period 2 set to start, 15 minutes on the clock. Pens on the power play for the next 37 seconds. Puck is dropped as Colt Davis, the goal scorer, comes in with the head of steam. He's got Stark going to the net. It's going to feed it to Stark. Nico Stark cashes in. Tic-tac-toe. Get Nico Stark some dough. 14:50, the PPG for PPE. Their second of the game. Davis came into the offensive zone with the head of steam. Stark drove the net. And that is 2 games in a row. A goal for number 7, Nico Stark. And this line gets their second of the day. With 14:50 to go, the boys cash in. As Colt Davis and Nico Stark looking for more. It's going to be thrown back in. Once again, they're going to say that I think icings may be a rarity today. As the officials are going to say that was tipped off. It's going to be shot in off the stick, and then It goes behind Dragosic. We're back even at 2-2. Thanks to 2 power play goals from the Pens Elite. Brady Fritchie now tries to pin his man on the wall. 93 walks out here on the near corner. A couple of bodies hit the deck. One of them is Nico Stark. He's back on his feet as he's going to try and hit Colt Davis. Davis he's feeling it as he's trying to work to get to this puck. Now it goes off of the glove as Brady Fritchie works it ahead further. It comes back into the Pens D zone. Nico Stark, CJ Nenevisa, number 77, goes to his D partner. That's Brady Fritchie, number 9. Fritchie's going to dump this in as the Pens go back in on the attack, unable to really get a lot of 5-on-5 zone time as it comes back to center red to Ambrose Papuano. Headman pass up to Blake Paris. Blake Paris, quick pass to Brooksy Gaworski. He works around one guy, has the puck knocked off of his stick by 47. Puck battle here on the near wall, the far wall. Ambrose Papuano wins that battle. He delays. Moves it for Connor Wilson. Wilson goes high in the zone to Welch. Welch now has it. Welch is going to snap this in on the net. Drops down off of a shin guard of a player. Connor Wilson now has it. Comes up high in the circle. Knocked off of his blade. Still loose. Connor Wilson now has it high in the zone. Snapshot off the glove of the netminder. Behind the net now is Brooks Gaworski. He controls. He's forced into the wall. Over to help out Blake Paris. As it's in the feet of a couple Penguins. As Welch is now going to try to get to this puck. It's going to be chipped around him where Connor Wilson has it in the neutral zone. Freshly on the ice. It's Bingham Green. Shot. Left pad, right pad save there by the netminder. Pens able to change up their forward group. As unable to corral that puck was Noah Welch. Back to the Pens D zone, where it's now picked up by Nenevisa. Nenevisa moves it to Mason Fritchie. Fritchie's got some room to skate. He's going to take that ice. Pens coming in 3-on-2 right now. Mason Fritchie tries a delay move through the feet of 44. As it comes back into the Pens D zone, where Grant Loya picks it up behind the net. 12:01 to go in the second period. Loya stops up. He reverses behind goaltender Dragosic. He's got Mason Fritchie up ahead. He's going to try and hit Fritchie. He's got a step on 73. He's going to try and body into him. Shows his strength. Works into his backhand. Gets a shot off. Left pad save there by the netminder. As 22 now exits the zone. Loya, he's able to slow his man up. Throws it to the high slot where Nenevisa now picks it up. He's being harassed by 21 O'Neill. 22 works it along further. As O'Neill now loses control. Nenevisa throws it to the wall. He's going to go back to retrieve this puck now in the near corner. He chips it behind the official. and it's Riker Ferguson. Penn's now feeling it, getting some momentum going here in the second period. 2-2's the score. As Connor Wilson's able to create a turnover. Nico Stark swings it to Colt Davis. He's hauled down. As this is going to be the third penalty of the game. Third power play. Colt Davis generating offense in here in game number 2. 10:50 to go. Borman back to the bench. Had to step off for a second. He had a skate issue, I believe. So he's back on. Got some confusion here as who's going to stay on at center. As Borman's going to play on the wing right now. Wilson. On with Stark and Borman. It's going to be thrown back into the Penn's D zone, where Brady Fritchie picks it up. He loses an edge. Now controlled by 27. 91 snaps it. Glove down by Dragicic. As checking a skate issue right now for Brady Fritchie. As Nico Stark's going to try and chip this ahead. Penn's on the power play here as Noah Welch picks it up behind the net. He's going to move it to Ambrose Papuano. It goes under him. Papuano outlet pass to Nico Stark. Penn's have something going here. Stark's going to get the motor going. Stark fights off his man. This comes on the top of the crease. Easton Borman's looking to backhand this further. Comes to Connor Wilson. He's run into. Connor Wilson throws it behind the net. Picked up now by Borman.
What are you doing?
As Easton Borman's going to pick up a hooking call. As now.
Throw the puck. Possess it.
As 91 clenched down on the stick. The Fury bench calling for the penalty. And they get the call. As Borman's going to sit down for a minute 30. So it's going to go back into the Penn's D zone. 9:54 now to go in the second period. 35 on the penalty to the Fury. 1:30 for the Pens. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute before the Fury have a minute power play of their own. Ambrose Papuano collects. He's pulled down now. But Riker Ferguson, he gets the motor going. He controls here on the near wall. Go back to Papuano at the point. He plays catch with Ferguson. Ferguson's got an open Grant Loya. Fans on the shot attempt. Comes down to the stick of Riker Ferguson. Shot. Rebound. Unable to be sent home by Gaworski. 9:19. Fury on the power play. They catch a man coming off the bench. It's 98. Back check there. As Ambrose Papuano comes over to play. As he touched the puck before the goalie was on the bench. So it's going to be a too many men call as the player hopped. So it's going to be probably an even up call here. As Loy is going to go on for a trip. And the man 44 played the puck prior to the goalie. Touching that before him getting off the ice. So we're going to get a too many men call. It's a too many men call, but they don't have anybody to serve the penalty. No, there's not.
5-on-3 with too many men?
So they're going to say there's not a too many men call here. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 penalty. So not sure what happened there, but the Pens have some work to do here as the PK unit outs. Nenevisa, Paris, and Fritchie. CJ's tick, 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 tick off the penalty call as Nenevisa able to pin this on the wall again. Now finally O'Neill peels it off. Shot gloved away by Nenevisa. As we're back to 5-on-4 action now, Borman's back on in the slot. Shot wide of the net, diving play by Nenevisa to get that to go wide of the net. 8:15 to go, 48 to go on the PK. Fury throws it behind the net, unable to control. That was 21. Pens protecting the house right now. Fury staying on the outside. 21's going to take it behind the net. He stops up. He's going to go back to the point man. That's 47. 47 swings it over to the other point man, 91. 27 to go on the PK. 18 back to the point man. That's 91 LaFrance. LaFrance goes to D to 47. Borman comes out to challenge the shot wide of the net. 19 to go now on the power play. Applegate swings it low. Pressured by Nenevisa. As O'Neill got lost behind the net, he missed one thing, and that was the net. As we're at 7 to go on the PK. LaFrance now is going to push this forward as they work it around Paris. LaFrance now has it back to 5-on-5 action. Pens get off the penalty, but they got some tired bodies on the ice. As 91 tries to work it along further. Challenged by Borman here on the half wall. Connor Wilson now picks it up. Wilson's got some speed. Fury has some tired bodies on the ice as well. Easton Borman's a long shift for him, but he's gonna challenge the play. Tries to hit Wilson, who was going to the net. 91's been on this whole series as well. He has his pocket picked, but back to center comes number 18. As 18's going to go to the corner. Centering pass attempt's going to go all the way to the point man, number 44. 5 fans on this. Now comes behind the net. Welch is going to send it behind the net for Papuano. 6:32 to go in the second period. Papuano, he regroups. He collects. He throws it behind the net to Noah Welch now. He has it on his back end. He's going to bring it to his forehand. He's got Mason Fritchie up ahead. Unable to hit him, though. It's Papuano again. Collects it behind the net. Moves it along to Connor Wilson. He forgets the puck. Trying to just get it out of the zone here. As Bingham Green's going to pick it up. Bingham Green delays. He loses the puck. Wholesale changes for the Pens. As Mason Fritchie tries to collect that puck, and a much needed whistle here for the Pens. Puck's going to be thrown back into the neutral zone where 84 collects it. 5:42 now to go in the second period. Back to 5-on-5 action now after a flurry of PKs for the Pens Elite squad. Back in the neutral zone, CJ Nenevisa goes D to D at Grant Loya. As Colt Davis tries to work it around one guy. 27 on the back check. Gets to that puck. Left it high in the zone for 93. Goes back to the point man. That's 73. He's going to walk in. Shot taken. Deflects over the net. As Riker Ferguson going to try and move it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Held in by the point man. 27 scan. Leaves it for his D-man. Blocked down by Fergie. Shot high in the slot here, picked up by Nico Stark. Stark's going to get his head up, moves it up ahead to Colt Davis. Colt Davis tries to work it along. It's going to come high in the zone to Easton Borman. The changeup deflects in on net. The knuckle puck goes in on the netminder, who collects. So as we approach the later stages of the second period, the score remains 2-2. Borman stays on at center. He'll be flanked by Easton. Easton's going to be with Blake Paris and Brooks Gaworski. It's going to be one to the stick of Blake Paris. He rips one right pad save off the netminder. Gaworski under pressure, number 97. 97 goes D to D to his partner, number 47, using the net as a shield.
Let's go. Keep attacking. Good job.
As it exits the zone, Brady Fritchie's going to come over. He's going to try and chip it. It goes off the equipment of one player. Fritchie now has his stick tied up. He's going to send it behind the net where his partner Noah Welch is going to get it. He's going to fan on the attempt. Goes up to Blake Paris. Paris tries to chip it ahead. It's now in the equipment of Welch. Welch is going to curl back for this puck. As it's going to be chipped up to Gaworski. And thrown right back in. As behind the net, Noah Welch has it. He's going to move it up ahead to Blake Paris. Paris loses that puck. It's thrown right back into the Pens D zone. Brady Fritchie now comes over to collect this puck. Reverse back to Noah Welch. He's got Blake Paris. It goes to Paris. One-touch pass. Evades the stick of Easton Borman. 3:17 to go in the second period. 91 stops up. Gets around the stick of a couple of guys. Noah Welch now has it. He's going to reverse it back to Brady Fritchie. Picked off, though, by the Fury defender. Brady Fritchie now finally works it up to Pence, finally able to get out of their zone. Good play by Brady Fritchie to get to Paris. Paris comes in 1-on-5, snaps a shot. Rebound, juicy rebound pops out. Some fresh troops coming off the bench. One of them is Bingham Green, unable to get to that puck, though. Good play there by Connor Wilson. Wilson now has it. He goes back to his D-man, Papuano. He's got Mason Fritchie up ahead as 44. Able to muscle Fritchie off the puck. Comes back to center as Grant Loya. Now gets the motor humming. Stops up. He tries to hit Mason Fritchie. Mason Fritchie, top of the circle, goes over to Connor Wilson. The top of the right face-off circle. Tries a curl move, loses control of the puck. '96 tries to move it along. Connor Wilson still has possession of this puck. Connor Wilson, curl move. Connor Wilson snaps it over the bar. On to get on this puck is Ambrose Papuano. Has it at the point. He delays. Sends it in, and it is backhanded just wide of the net by Mason Fritchie off the face mask of 19 Bingham Green right now. 1:40 to go in the second period. As it's thrown back into the Pens D zone. Fury going to try to make a change here. They're making some changes. Brady Fritchie's going to try and catch him in this chain. He's coming in 1-on-3 right now. Backhanded off the side of the cage. Brady Fritchie tries to get to this possession of the puck behind the net. It's going to be thrown back to the neutral zone where CJ Nanavice is on foot race with 18. It's now in the equipment of Nanavice. 1 minute to go in the second period. Score remains 2-2. Cole Davis, who got the goal scoring started for the Pens Elite, hits the deck here. Nico Stark on to pressure the point man. 73 now has it. Blocked down by Riker Ferguson. Goes off the backside of Cole Davis, though. As Riker Ferguson's going to chip this all the way down the ice. They're going to take the icing here. As it comes all the way back down into the pen zone. 39.5 to go in the second period. We're going to be to the left of netminder Dragosic. Easton Borman on to take this face-off. It's going to be one back to the point man for the Fury. 18 now has it. Throws it down low. Welch comes over to pressure. 18 now has it. Thrown behind the net. Ambrose Papuano picks it up. He starts moving his feet. Brooks Gaworski Stopped up behind the zone. Gives it to Ambrose Papuano. Loses control of the puck. Welch is going to have to hustle to get to this puck. It's going to be a 2-on-1 that develops here. 93 is going to leave it high in the zone.
Yeah,
Welch.
Easton, good job.
Good back check there by Easton Borman. The back check by Borman there is going to leave the score at 2. After 2, the score. Pens lead 2. Chicago Fury 2. Third period action set to resume here from the Arctic Ice Arena in Orchard Park, Illinois, as Bingham Green may have a chance right off this draw. Bingham Green tries a backhand pass for Connor Wilson. Back check there by Mason Fritchie as it's collected by 21 O'Neill. Chips it over Loya's stick. O'Neill comes in. Diving play from Nenavisa. 21 O'Neill now has it behind the net. Picked up by Wilson. Tried a headman pass. Goes under the stick of Mason Fritchie. Poked right back into the faceoff dot of Grant Loya. Grant Loya reverses now to 77. CJ Nenavisa, the left-handed defenseman. Tries a headman pass to Mason Fritchie. Doesn't get through, though. Picked up by 97. 97 walks in, goes off the outside of the net. Mason Fritchie going to be clamped down on by 91. LaFrance creating a turnover in puck possession for the Fury now. 14 minutes now to go in the third period, tie game. LaFrance picks it up. He's going to join the rush. Tries to delay and snake it through to 27. 27 here has it on the near wall. Brady Fritchie walks out with the puck. Pens have numbers here. Pens are going to change behind the play. Brady Fritchie hauled down there. And the Pens are back on the power play. Good effort there from Brady Fritchie to lead the rush. Easton Borman steps in for this draw. Davis and Stark, Fritchie and Welch on for the power play. As it's going to be thrown back to the point man. That's Brady Fritchie. He's going to walk out top of the circle. He's going to swing it over to Welch on his backhand. Welch is going to play catch with Nico Stark. Stark now has it high in the zone. He's going to move it to Brady Fritchie. Fritchie's going to send it in on net. Rebound popped out there for a second. Good effort there.
Good job, Cole.
More of that. 13:22 to go. 1:12 to go on the power play here. Penn's going to change up their forward grouping as Connor Wilson, Mason Fritchie, and Bingham Green come over onto the ice. Over to the faceoff dot. Fritchie and Welch remain on. It's going to be sent up. Pinched in nicely by Brady Fritchie. He delays. Moves it down to Bingham Green. Connor Wilson walks off the wall. Connor Wilson's going to bring it behind the net. Tries a wrap move. He delays. Connor Wilson He's going to swing it over to Brady Fritchie. Fritchie throws it in the slot. Collected by Mason Fritchie. Bouncing around now. As Welch is able to keep this in. He's going to move it over to Brady Fritchie now. Goes back to Noah Welch. Welch has an open lane. Shoots it down wide of the net. Goes to Mason Fritchie. Fritchie back to Wilson. Wilson tries to move this back to the point man. Welch instead, he collects. Goes behind the net to Bingham Green. Moves it right back to Wilson. Bingham Green tries to move it off the wall. Noah Welch is on to collect. Welch is going to chip down, move it down the wall. Has it knocked off of his blade and thrown all the way down the ice. This is going to be far enough for an icing call. As with 12 seconds left on the power play. So Pens have one last flurry here, 12 seconds to go on the power play. It's going to be swung back to Ambrose Papawanos. Moved over to Grant Loya. Shot just deflected wide of the net. As we are back to 5-on-5. Actually, they have too many men.
Come on, man.
And they're going to have too many. Because after 5 comes 6, and you can't have 6 players on the ice. The player touched the puck. The player touched the puck before he got to the bench. If it touches his skate, it's too many. So what happened there was the Fury player stepped onto the ice out of the box at the same time somebody was coming off the bench. They were trying to change, which is a common play. The problem is it hit one of their skates as they came out of the box. So the refs have a conference here, and they're going to call that penalty off. The second too many call. That's going to be waved off. So neutral zone face-off here, 12:04 to go in the third period. As 47 now loses the puck cleanly to Gaworski. He clamps onto the stick of Gaworski. 47 moves it up ahead to Perna, number 98. He's going to work it around Loya now, 11:40 to go in the third period. Comes to 22, unable to get through. Grant Loya protects it on his backhand. He's going to reverse it back to Ambrose Papawanou. Papawanou now has it on the half wall. Skates back to center. The left-handed defenseman out of Alberta, Canada. Stops up, has it high in the circle. He's got some trailers. Papawanou has it high in the zone. Going to be picked off there by 98 as the Fury come back to center. Coming back 2-on-2. 22 is going to lead the rush. He works it around Papawanou. Borman corrals this puck, moves it high in the zone, back into neutral. 44 swings it to 91. LaFrance has his head up. He's going to swing it in on net. As Dragosic wanted to play that puck, don't think he noticed 27 there. Scanlon, who was on to pressure that puck. So Pens are going to change up some personnel. 10:45 to go in the third period. As Brady Fritchie swings it to his D partner behind the net, CJ Nanavisa. Nanavisa comes over to play 27 and pins him to the wall. .91's going to walk in, shot glove down. as the hockey experts here bark out directions. As we're going to have a slashing call to Easton Borman. Borman's going to go to the box for a minute 30. 10:09 to go in the third period. So the Pens going right back to the PK. As Nico Stark steps in to take this draw. 98 has it on half wall, swings it back to 91 at the point. Goes D to D to 44. Long shot taken as Trent O'Neill picks it up and puts it into the back of the net to make it 3-2. With 9:59 to go in the third period. O'Neill picks up his third of the game to score on the power play. So the Pens looking for the equalizer. 9:59 to go in the period. Connor Wilson on to take this draw. Wins it back to Mason Fritchie. Connor Wilson collects. He's going to go high in the zone to Noah Welch. Welch has it at the point. Long shot taken. Bounces in on net. Now collected by Bingham Green. Green's going to try to go back door. Goes into a couple bodies though. It's going to be thrown back for Ambrose Papuano. Hustles back on his horse. 9:33 to go in the third period. Ambrose Papuano thought about going over to his deep partner. He's going to swing it now behind the net. Noah Welch has to hustle over to pick up the puck. Welch now picks it up. He gets his head up. Swings it up off the wall. Try to hit Bingham Green. Comes back to Ambrose Papuano. He skates. Pens coming in right now. 4 strong. Ambrose Papuano delays. Loses the puck. Bingham Green moves it to Mason Fritchie. Fritchie back to Loya. Mason Fritchie moves it back into his own zone to Ambrose Papuano, number 37. Hits Connor Wilson with a pass, unable to control that. Back in on the attack from the Fury. 16. Tries a centering pass, goes through everybody to Bingham Green. Bingham Green has Mason Fritchie up ahead, goes through his skates. As this is going to be not long enough for an icing call. As it's collected by CJ Navisa. Moves along to 98. 98 delays, drop pass. Comes back to the point man, 84. Shot a couple feet wide of the net. 8:13 now to go in the third period. Comes back to the other point man. Sends it out of the zone. It's going to be offsides here as 73 rifled it out of the offensive zone. Neutral zone faceoff coming up. 8:08 to go in the third period. It's going to be picked up. All right, neutral zone faceoff. Neutral zone faceoff coming up with 8:08 to go. Riker Ferguson, 93 steps in against 98. 22 is going to try and bounce us outside of Nenavisa. Where 21 collects, he throws it behind the net. Brady Fritchie tries to angle his man to the wall. 21 walks off the wall. It's in the equipment. It's on the top of the net right now. Riker Ferguson finds it. Ferguson headman pass up to Brooks Gaworski. Gaworski swings it to Blake Paris. He's coming in 2-on-4 right now. Brooksy Gaworski's going to hit Noah Welch coming off the bench. Noah Welch is going to swing this. Good back check there by Brady Fritchie. As 93 walks off the wall. Brady Fritchie there, strong play there from 9. He's coming in 1-on-3 right now. Brady Fritchie tries to work it through everybody. As Welch now hustles over to get to this puck. Moves it up to Nico Stark. 6:24 now to go in the third period. As it's in the skates of a couple of guys, Nico Stark wins that battle. Sends it up to Easton Borman. He's got Colt Davis going with him. As 18 walks back to neutral. Collides with Connor Wilson. It's going to be picked up now by Bingham Green. 5:38 to go in the third period. Mason Fritchie picks it up. Skated out of danger by 16 for the Fury. Back check by Mason Fritchie. 16 now tries to work around Loya. As it's brought out in front of the net. As the whistle blew. And Dragosik is going to have a face-off to his right now. With 5:07 to go in the third period. It's going to be shot in to the slot, picked up, shot off the equipment of Nenevisa. Back in here to the far corner where Loya is clenched down by number 16. Connor Wilson has his skates taken out as 16 comes in on Dragosik as we are going to the later stages of the game here. 4:38 to go in the third period. Headman pass from Loya to Mason Fritchie. Connor Wilson has a stick in his... As Brady Fritchie picks it up. Now it's going to come to Noah Welch. Welch is going to get on his horse. Headman pass up to Connor Wilson. Connor Wilson backhands it in. Brooksy Gaworski! Cha-ching! Brooks Gaworski with 4:08 to go finds the back of the net.
Watch the knee on me. Watch the knee on me. That's why you hit yourself that please.
As the Chicago faithful here, let them know as the play's going to come in. Backdoor pass, shut down by Dragosik. 4 minutes to go. As that last sequence, I believe it was Gaworski from Wilson and Welch. 3:52. As good back check by Riker Ferguson, shot wide of the net now. .341 to go. Brooksy Gaworski trying to move it along further. Forced it in the offensive zone by Gaworski. It's going to be thrown behind the net now by Riker Ferguson. O'Neill picks it up, has all three for the Fury. Where Grant Loya picks it up. It's going to be hit. Picked off by 91, shot wide of the net. As Nico Stark tries to move it along out of the zone. And it's picked up by Nico Stark. So that'll be an icing call. As the soothing sounds of John Denver hit the airways with 2:53 to go. Puck's going to be won back. 97 flubs the puck. Going to go D to D over to 47. 47 hits 93, tucks it behind Fritchie. 2:41 to go in the third period. 3-3 the score. It now hits the stick of Ambrose Papuano. Headman pass evades everybody. 97 comes over to get to this puck. Comes back into the Pens D zone. Brady Fritchie moves it to Easton Borman. Borman brought that back into his zone, but with automatic offside, should have been an offsides call here, missed. As Borman pins it to the wall now. 2:07 to go in the third period. On to help out is Ambrose Papuano. Borman out, comes out of the fray with the puck. It's got a man ahead of the play. It's Stark. Tries to hit Stark, does. As 97 now skates it past center red. Brady Fritchie moves it up to Connor Wilson, unable to do so. 91 picks up this puck. Defended nicely there. Down and out is Dragic right now. He finds this puck. As 91 as 91 kept digging at the puck. As the temperature rises here from Orchard Park, Illinois, it's going to be one to the wall. Noah Welch is going to send it high up off the glass. Held in, though, by 91. Welch is going to chip this further. Comes to 22. Goes in on net. 1:23 now to go. It's going to be won by the Fury, who control it here in the pen zone. 98 walks in, blocked down by Dragic. Mason Fritchie throws it off the half wall to the point man 44, thrown to the near corner in the equipment of the official. 1 minute to play. 21. He delays. He's looking for an option, throws it behind the net. 98, Perna picks it up. Ambrose Papuano walks out of there with the puck. It's going to be thrown up to Mason Fritchie. As a stick in his midsection here. Mason Fritchie shoots it wide of the net. Hustling over this puck is his brother Brady Fritchie. He stops up high in the zone, loses the net, tries to move it along further. As 91. As we're at 10 seconds to go, CJ Navisa hustles over to get to this puck. And that's where it's going to be at the end of 3. As it looks like we're going to do a 5-minute overtime. we'll be back here for OT from Orchard Park, Illinois in a moment. All right, set to go. 5 minutes on the clock. 3-3 the score. 3 skaters aside on the ice here in overtime to settle things. The skaters on for the Pens. 93 Riker Ferguson, number 8 Connor Wilson, and number 9 Brady Fritchie. 91's going to try to swing it through. Good back check there by Riker Ferguson to break things up. It's going to be Connor Wilson that steps out. He's got Brady Fritchie ahead of the play. He's got Connor Wilson going to the net, goes right back to Connor Wilson. Wilson walks in. Shot taken off the mask. Swings it back to the point man. That's Riker Ferguson. Shot taken, glove down. Loose, loose, loose. Offensive zone face-off coming up, 4:18 to go in the third period. Now on Mason Fritchie, Easton Borman, and Grant Loya. Loya controls at the point. He delays. Swings it down to Mason Fritchie. Fritchie goes back to the point man, Grant Loya. Loya, he delays. He's got some space. He's gonna have it knocked off of his stick. He collects. Easton Borman now has it behind the net. Works out in front of Mason Fritchie. Foot race now. As Mason Fritchie's going to swing it right back to Easton Borman. Easton Borman, he's in all by himself. Going to back check to 47. Easton Borman walks in. Glove down into the midsection by the netminder. Smart pass play by Mason Fritchie to hit Easton Borman, who was in all alone. As the Pens change up their personnel once again. It's now one back to Ambrose Papuano. Goes right back to Bingham Green. Bingham Green's got Brooks Gaworski back door. Decides to shoot the puck. Goes off the outside of the net. He leaves it for Brooks Gaworski. Gaworski's trying to get to this puck. He's going to delay. Tries to swing it further. It's going to be a 2-on-1 now here. As back is Ambrose Papuano. 93. He stops up, takes it wide. Goes off the back section of Brooks Gaworski. 3:16 now to go in the overtime period. Connor Wilson, Riker Ferguson, and Nico Stark on. It's going to go off the stick of Nico Stark back into neutral. Now picked up by Connor Wilson. He's coming in, head of steam. 1-on-2 though. He's got a trailer, Riker Ferguson. Wilson elects to shoot the puck wide of the net. Wilson sticks with it as it's reversed back behind the net. As it's kept in, nice keep there by Nico Stark. Stark follows on, he comes in. Nico Stark off the glove. As the Pens are gonna have a back checker here. Nico Stark. As the Pens have some players trapped on the ice as the Furies completes a change. 21's gonna try to work outside. 2:18 to go in the overtime. They get a trailer fresh off the bench. She's lost in space right now. It's 91. Shut off the equipment of Connor Wilson. Wilson's racing for this puck. He's going to delay around as 91 separates him. Long shift there for Connor Wilson now. Penn's able to complete the change freshly on Mason Fritchie. Wilson's going to send it further and go for a change. Easton Borman comes over to hustle to get to this puck. He keeps it in. He protects it here on the half wall. 1:43 to go in the overtime. It's going to be fished out by 91. He moves it to 47. 47 curls back. He's going to be pressured by Easton Borman. Peeling off as Mason Fritchie. 2-on-1 develops. 91 is going to walk across. Good diving play there by Brady Fritchie. Falls down. He's going to work the Easton Borman. Fritchie collects. He's knocked down. He's going with his brother. Mason Fritchie pulled down again. It's going to be an offsides call though. Neutral zone faceoff coming up. 1:15 to go in the overtime. It's Bingham Green that walks in. Bingham Green gets the win for PPE in OT. The GWG from Bingham Green. And the Pens are going to walk out. The Pens are going to walk out of here with the W. Bingham Green walks in, fires it, and hits the back of the net for the game-winning goal. 4-3 is the final here. The Pens back in action tomorrow for 2 against the Chicago Mission. So thanks for joining us this afternoon on Pens Elite TV, Cine TV. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. It's a 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 time, back in Pittsburgh. Thanks for tuning in. Final here. Pittsburgh Penguins 4, the Chicago Fury 3.